You're listening to 182.3. Care what people think.
All right. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Care What People Think podcast. This time it is actually people. Last episode, if you tune in, you understand the joke. We were talking about one person. The topic relates to both of us. That's why persons. Stupid joke. Anyway, I'm Ryan. I'm always here with my co-host, Will. Say hi, Will.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, he actually said it this time. Nice. Who actually just told me his most exciting weekend planned was to do laundry. Just kidding. We all know he doesn't do that. He probably wore this shirt 10 times in a row. Am I right, Will? Am I right? Tell me how many times right now. It's an ongoing joke. And it's
No.
continue.
I actually think this is my second time wearing it. Maybe. I think it's my first. I just did a bunch of laundry. But I actually didn't wait like last time. I had to wait like 7 different. I did 7 different loads of laundry.
You know, dude. The fact you're explaining yourself just means that you're guilty. Guilty as charged. Dude. Guilty as charged, bro. I smell it through the camera, and we're a 3-hour different time zone gap. So I don't want to hear it, bro.
No, it's clean. It's clean.
Okay. You know what, dude? I'll give it to you. Either way, we're gonna be talking about like kind of that weird gap between, you know, like the Friday excitement, getting off work, school, whatever you're doing, all the way to like Sunday depression, which leaves really one day in between, which we'll talk a lot about more. That's why we want to bring up the topic of why weekends are starting to feel a little bit more weird with the in-between days instead of an actual break. So we're going to give tips. We're going to talk about that. But before anything, I want to thank you. Will wants to thank you. Thank you so much for listening every single week and watching. You have the option to do that on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Really appreciate the support. And before anything, we have our usual proud of moment, and we celebrate our wins, our lows, whatever the hell it is that we got through the week before. And I'm going to actually relate it to the topic. So this past weekend was Easter for every single one of us, actually. I was going to say for just me, but that's not the truth. I chilled. I didn't overbook myself. I had a 3-day weekend, and I felt more rested going into the big week that I have ahead of me than like I really have probably in 6 months. Like I genuinely feel good. Right. And I want to like just point out that boredom sometimes on the weekends is actually healthy. I planned stuff Saturday and Sunday, and I had Monday off. Right. But Monday I was literally couch potato. I took my girl. Literally,
That's
bro.
lit.
It was
lit.
lit.
That's a good break.
And I just want to say that because it does lead us perfectly into today's topic. But like, I felt rested, and I didn't feel necessarily accomplished, but I needed it. My body needed it, and I'm just proud of myself for taking a day. So, yeah,
That's awesome. Well, you left the house, right? Like you actually went out after.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, the days where you literally just stay inside, it helps if it's raining, because then it's like full lockdown. Like I loved staying inside to take a break, but no, those are very nice. Especially when you can when we can have those, because that's really funny. That's literally just one of my points. So you're saying like you got to kind of chill on Sunday and just take it slow. And I feel like that, at least in college, was a lot more of what I would do when I didn't have anything going on. But now that, post graduation in your 20s, it feels like there's no time to take a break, because it's like, oh, I could be cleaning, I could be working, I could be doing whatever. Ryan, when you have plans that fall through, you talk about a weekend or this weekend where you had plans. When you have plans fall through, what is your like immediate response to
reaction or response?
Reaction. Like, what do you do to fill that time slot in? Say you were going to go on a hike that was booked from 1 p.m. until 3:30, 4 p.m. So you have a 3-hour window.
Yeah. So what I would do is probably push things up if possible. So like if I have something after 3:30 and I can somehow do it in that time slot, then I'm probably just going to try to get as much done so I can enjoy the rest of my day. But I also, like, for an example of like a hike, I would try to like almost duplicate it and have another option of going outside. I'll just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to go on a big walk if that doesn't work out. Um, but at the same time, if that doesn't work out and I don't have a filler or a duplication of some event, I'm not going to get mad at myself if I have time to just hang out, like at the end of the
Mm.
day. So my immediate response is try to fill that time with something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but that's what I.
I
That's what I
wasn't
say.
sure. I wasn't sure if you had like a specific like for me, if something falls through, my immediate reaction is okay, I need to clean. Because if
Oh,
I had
hmm,
something booked out for 2 hours or something and it falls through, that means if I clean right now, I'm technically 2 hours ahead
okay.
of cleaning. Like I don't have to, I can save time on the weekend. Like if it's like Wednesday, plans fall through and I start cleaning, the cleaning that would have had to have been done on Saturday, I'm now doing on Wednesday. So that frees up time on Saturday.
Oh,
That's like
okay.
my reaction. So I
No,
wasn't
I like
sure if
that.
you had, or you were like, oh, if there's like a time slot that falls through, that's when I kind of treat myself to take a break. Or because that, I mean, that's a good point. Like if you have something you have to do later, you push it up. But I wasn't sure if you had like an immediate, because mine's cleaning.
I mean, hey, that's a great one. I didn't think about it like into the weekdays necessarily. I allot myself 30 minutes a day on the weekdays to do cleaning. So like max. Because I just know I only have a specific amount of time after work. I'm just like, I'm not gonna be using my 4 or 5 hours before I go to bed on cleaning. I can
Yeah.
push that a little bit further. But I think I don't know, I think that's not a bad way to look at it. I think that's healthy. I don't
No,
know.
that's also why. Yeah, no, I come home, do the dishes, and then I'm like, oh shit, something falls through. For example, like if I was planning to talk to like my brother or parent on the phone, and they're
Yeah.
just like, oh, I'm busy, I'm going to bed. Boom. The night I just got a
Dishes.
free cheat. Yeah, dishes.
Boom.
I'm not doing
I'm
laundry
not
during the
cleaning
week.
my
Fuck
shirt.
that. No.
You're never gonna live that down, bro. I don't care. I don't care.
Bro, okay. And yeah, but no, I thought that was I just wasn't sure what you do.
Totally.
One thing I wanted to bring up, this is the reflection piece that I had during the week, which is also why 9 to 5s like suck. Wait, shit. I had what was wait, shit. I had the note of what I was going to start saying. God damn it.
No,
Okay.
you're good. You're good. I was just looking at my reflection.
In your 20s. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Here we go. Think of the best memories you've had in your life. I don't know all of the memories you've had in your life, but I would like to think, at least for me, what applied was a good amount of memories were all based on the
Alcohol.
time
Oh,
when
okay.
oh well that's
I mean,
not my situation.
Bro,
Brian,
you've only
been able to drink for a couple of years, so you've had, I guess, a crazy life the last few years.
Yeah, dude, I started when I was 21, bro. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
No, but like the best memories you have are when you make the time yours. For example, your extracurricular activities, like when you talk about fun memories we had like with soccer and being in Phoenix for the tournament, right? Brian and I were on the same soccer team and there was a lot of good memories with that. Or being in school and just totally not paying attention in class because you're making the time yourself or for your own and hanging out with friends or whatever. That is why 9 to 5s are frustrating because you
Yep.
can't do that and it's every single day. Like I literally, I don't know if this applies to you, but like my memory is broken now because I don't know. Every Monday through Friday feels the exact same, and Saturdays, weekends are kind of boring because they're just to
They
reset.
kind of feel the same too.
Yeah, like I don't. If you ask me what I did a week ago, I literally don't know. Like my days are just like blending together, which is crazy because I took one day off of being sick, and I remember the whole day. Right now, I can tell you, I remember the whole day. 2 weeks ago on a Thursday,
dude.
whole day.
It's because you're not constantly doing the same thing and you finally break routine and you're like, holy shit, there's life. Like, dude, I literally took yesterday off, right? Like I had it off from work. First
Yeah.
Monday since I moved to North Carolina off. And your boy obviously chilled. What I was going to mention is I went tanning and I didn't cook for myself. So we went out to a nice Mexican restaurant. Either way, I could tell you exactly every
Yeah.
single moment. Yeah. From wake up till going to bed. And I think it's because, dude, it was such like a special day and out of the ordinary. So I don't know. What do
Oh,
you think?
that's a good point. I didn't. That probably makes more sense. Because I was gonna say like I thought it like the weekends are blending together because I it's like being on too fast of a treadmill. Monday through Friday is like I'm slowing down, and then Saturday and Sunday are resetting to prepare for the next week. And so I'm doing the exact same chores, doing the dishes, doing the laundry. I haven't vacuumed in a long time, but like cleaning up, and then the chores are the exact same over and over again. So then that feels the same. And then your time during the week is like not your time. So if you're in college or going to college, you take the time and be appreciative that you don't have to like, I don't know, because it does come with the things that suck. Like in school, you have to worry about classes you don't give a fuck about. And at work, at least for me, there's not a ton of stuff I don't like. I mean, I don't like the job, but it's not like I'm dreading it like I'd have to do an archaeology assignment. I've never even taken an archaeology class, but I thought that was really interesting because literally 2 weeks ago on a Thursday, I could tell you the entire day. And that was because I made the time mine because I was sick. So it wasn't even my time. But I never noticed that. Like your core memories are yours.
Well, and like I think you made a perfect example of I plan on cleaning these days. I reset mentally these days. It's all part of a routine. Even though 5 work days during the week, it's actually 7 because you're like always on that work schedule. So having another day off, I think is just super out of the blue. And that's like brings me to my point, like what the hell has changed? Because you're right, dude. In college, we've had a completely different mindset. We maybe work 2 or 3 times a week if you were working part-time, and then classes like were done within 3-4 hours in the day. It's not a 8 or 9 hour shift. So it was also a little bit more flexible. Like you could kind of pick your schedule, right? It wasn't 9 to 5, 8 to 5. But I think that my biggest takeaway was we used to plan things out. We used to have energy. I feel like now we're more tired and everyone moved the fuck away from each other.
True.
There's nothing against that. That's just growing up, dude. But like,
there is stuff against that.
Well, there is.
If you moved, fuck you.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you, bro. You're 3 time zones away. Like,
oh, yeah. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
How's it feel like bro just moved?
East Coast is dope, bro.
Oh, you said Best Coast? Oh, you said you're the last one to have moved? Your fault. Called it. Yeah.
No, but actually though, bro, it's like what I'm trying to say is like it's just hard to plan things when you get 2 days a week. And I don't know about you, but my fucking vacations are not looking nice.
Yeah.
But no, weekend went from group hangouts to like solo chores really, really fast. And then also social media makes it seem like everyone else is way on vacation. I always have to bring up social media.
I'm sorry. What? You sound so depressed right now. No, I'm just like things changed, and we used to have Blockbuster, and they were just saying "Be kind, rewind," and now we just have Netflix, and Pluto, and Prime, and Hulu, and Peacock, and Netflix, and Paramount, and I was trying to list as many as possible.
Bro, list a lot of streaming platforms.
Apple, I forgot about Severance. Apple.
Spotify, Apple
YouTube
Podcasts,
Premium,
YouTube Podcasts, TikTok.
Yeah, what was your point though?
No, but you have a point, bro. I sound very depressed, but it's kind of just the reality, and it's what has changed between being a child and growing the fuck up. So, no, but I want to bring up social media because, dude, I don't know about you. When I'm checking Instagram, TikTok, I see people traveling all the time. They're like, I don't work. I'm just a freelancer. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. And I'm like, I get that, dude. But like, I kind of enjoy making food once a week in my kitchen that I pay full rent for and I don't get to leave. And I also get 10 days out of the year for vacation. What I'm trying to say is I'm cooked and I'm very happy for you, but I'm not going to compare my damn self.
No, it's funny because the worst is when you get someone and they're just like, you see their Instagram and they have like tons of like mini travel vlogs, and then you're just scrolling like, what do they do? And they're like, and then they're just like, oh, my name is Emma and I travel. I'm like, what? Your job is the relaxation part? Huh? That's insane.
My passion is traveling, and that is now my job. You know, it's like, how do you make money? Well, I travel, duh. I mean, I'm like an influence. I mean, I'm like I do social media on the side. It's like, how does that work? How
Well,
are you
it's
paying
like,
bills?
damn. Now I'm so flexed on. I get 5 days a year, and you took 5 days to Bali to fucking get paid my rent check.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
damn.
Yes. Okay, this is very out of the ordinary. I'm gonna bring it up because this is insane. There is, I'm not gonna mention names, an adult
Oh.
film star though, like not a film star, but
What's
more
that?
like only.
What's that?
Basically, they just tell you how to like cook recipes and stuff, like an adult would do, just like adult things.
Adult film. Oh, so it's like life advice, like an adult, like you like how to cook because you said adult film star. Does that make you an adult?
No, that does not
I'm
make me the no. Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
introduce
giving
you, Will.
advice.
I'm gonna
You're
introduce
giving-
you, Will, to my girlfriend, my family, as an adult film star. Is that okay?
Yeah, I give advice, which is what you just said.
Yeah,
They
That's
give tips
what-
on adulting.
that's what it is, dude. That's what an
So.
adult. Yeah, you just film it. That's all you do. It's the only difference. Because we're adult
Yeah.
stars, but yeah, we're anyway.
Like I'm an adult. How to put your socks together? Make sure to wrap them like this so they don't get lost, and then you throw them away.
Wow,
that?
dude! Look at your first film. Dude.
I wore those socks 7 times.
I dude.
It's all good.
I'm not surprised.
kidding, I'm kidding,
I'm
I'm
not
kidding.
surprised. But what, around your hands? Your feet? What ones?
Why would I wear socks on my hands?
I don't know, bro. You don't wash your shirts, dude. I don't know anymore, bro. I don't know. What I'm trying to bring up, there's this girl,
Yeah.
an OnlyFans adult film star, whatever the hell, basically uses her body for money. Not saying that's
Mhm.
bad. I'm not saying that. Reason I bring this up is because she has a TikTok, and for some reason, it's like on my feed sometimes. Like she's a big,
okay.
a big.
You said some reason.
No, I'm
Yo,
actually being so
yo.
for real. I'm being so for real. She's like a social media like influencer as well, but
Yeah.
but she's like, yeah, about to film like something, like film a video, and like I'm getting paid for all this. And then I remember seeing a video from her, and she said that she made like 1.5 mil in the last month for making like 4 videos. And I don't know why,
Damn.
bro. I was just kind of like watching this in like disbelief because at first, like the caption read, "Made 1.5 mil. How did I do it?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then it was like, "Yeah, these dudes were like flying me out, and like we were making content together, if you know what that means." And like, I was like, "There's no way." Dude, I'm just saying, like, some people have life on easy mode. What do you like? How do you feel about that?
Bro is getting played. I can only imagine we are like, how I made 1.5 million. You're like, oh, some useful advice because I want to get rich. And then she was like, start OnlyFans. And you're like, fuck, shit. It's almost like I saw that coming.
Yeah.
How else could I have made 1.5 mil in 2 days? Shit.
Downloads OnlyFans. All right, what's second step? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But like, do you have any like, what do you think about that? Because I'm not saying it's just attractive women. I'm not saying that, but for an attractive woman that all she has to do is do that, and it's 1.5 mil for 4 videos. I was sitting at my desk at work, and I was like,
Bro was looking at OnlyFans girls on TikTok.
No, it's not. It wasn't that type of video, bro.
I know.
Dude, I'm gonna get cooked by my girlfriend now. I'm gonna get cooked, bro. Grace, if you're
I know
watching
you mean.
this,
No, I know
I
you
can't.
mean.
I can't recover.
No, it's just it is funny because it's just the flex of when you see someone travel. Because again, for those shoots, I'm assuming in that video they traveled somewhere, right? You're saying in that video that so it's just
sounds like it.
I'm like it's just double flex. Like there's the money, which like yeah, you chase the bag, but like you're also saying you travel, and so it's the same thing of like, damn, I can't travel and I'm poor, and that's tough. And it's it's really hard to not.
I think that just humbled the shit out of me though. Like I was just like, I genuinely.
You want to.
I'm not saying I want to pursue that, but I'm saying I want the fucking flexibility that she has. She can work.
Whenever
for 4
whenever.
hours. Let's just say 4 hours for a month and make 1.5 mil and get to travel cool places. Us on the other hand, we're working 40-hour weeks, and I mean, we're barely scraping by. Like, no hate towards either of us. We're working our asses off, but I don't know. It just like humbled the shit out of me, and I was like, okay, I got to bring this up because I don't know. It's just the
Yeah,
reality we live in.
the flexibility is pretty wild.
That being
I've-
said,
I've-
dude, I mean, our body isn't online like that, so who really wins? Just saying.
Bruh. So the funny part, the gag is I didn't have any other points.
Oh, I got another one.
Oh.
A solution.
Bro's like, I could go all night.
No, because you know I was like all depresso mode. Not even.
Yeah.
I was just hitting you with the reality. Fucking whack to the face. Either way, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna put an ice pack back on your face. I'm gonna relieve some pressure. The pressure to make every weekend count. I thought that was pretty good.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway. We feel very guilty for resting, right? Like I kind of said that in the
100%.
intro. It's fucking good for us, dude. Get over the fact that sleeping on the couch or just sitting and taking a day for yourself is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I think you can attest to that. Also, one chill weekend out of like the month, I think is kind of just like a necessity. I felt myself working 65-hour weeks at 2 jobs when I moved to North Carolina, and I felt burnout like immediately. I genuinely had 1 day off a week, and I still wasn't using it to like just hang out and chill. And I definitely was questioning my own life and my own ambition. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? I know you're not a big fan of this, but I'm going to bring it up. Naps are underrated, bro. You're not wasting your time. You're storing your fucking energy for less sleep at night. Make that make sense. It's fucking true, bro. If I get a 2-hour nap, I need 6 hours of sleep instead of 8. Tell me I'm wrong, bro. Tell me I'm wrong.
I have one thing to say to that. It's a waste of time. The one thing you didn't tell me to say. No, it's yes, underrated. But I think when I first moved into the apartment, I was taking naps too often. There was a phase of when I was taking naps too often. So now, at least for me, I'm in a really good phase right now of like, hey, I wake up. Depending, I'm working on this video, which is taking fucking forever. So that sometimes I'll wake up before work and work on it at like 7 to 8:30, or I'll go to the gym at 6 to 7:30, and then I'll go to work, and then I'll come home, and then I'll go to bed at like 11 something. So I can try and still get like 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Let me just stop you there. You don't even sound depressed, bro. He's literally a calculator. Well, like this in like 2 hours in like bed, and then I like brush my teeth for like 3. What's the dude's name that dips his face in water?
Oh, I don't know. The fucking that meme.
Holy
I don't know
shit,
his name.
that's exactly what it sounds like from you, bro.
No, I'm just in this grind phase right.
Wake
Okay,
up,
to be
toast
fair,
in. 2 minutes later, toast out. Cream cheese, ding. Yeah, ding. Coffee ready. Get coffee. Walk
No, I
out
don't drink
door.
coffee.
Oh, my fault. Tea.
Yeah, that's the better
drink
part.
tea.
No tea, no energy drinks, no coffee, pure sleep. But I would like to say that the main reason I'm grinding right now is because once
Nothing
my
else.
kryptonite.
Yeah, just steroids and cocaine. That's all we do. No coffee around here. Anyway.
No, this video I'm working on is taking so long that like I see it as once I finish the project, then I can allow myself to like relax for a bit. Plus the month of May has a lot of just busy plans going on. So I look at it as let me work as much as possible. Because I think right now, usually my YouTube videos, I spend around anywhere from 20 to 30 hours per video. And this one is already at like 50 to 55. And that's pure. I'm still like finishing the designs of stuff. So I haven't even recorded. I haven't even edited the video. So that's what's pushing me. Cause you're right. I think definitely having one full weekend to just chill, is essential. Also with social media, it's so just, that's funny that I'm the one saying this because you just called me a robot, but it's so ingrained to be like, wake up and grind mode. Why aren't you getting up at 3 a.m? You're slacking. Like that is super, because if you don't take a break, you're just going to burn out. So there's a potential to forever burn out if you literally work yourself too much. Kind of like if you don't stretch, you just go out and you're like, oh, I'm just going to play the sport without stretching because stretching wastes my time. Yeah, dog, you're about to get injured and then you could just be out. So that's really important. I haven't done that in, I think maybe like 2 weeks ago, a Sunday, I literally just zoned out. And I believe I watched a lot of One Piece. Because I'm back on that grind again. I'm on episode 209. Nice. Dude.
Damn.
Someone needs to flame Ryan for this. Ryan didn't grow up with cartoons, so I understand that bias too.
Whoa, that's not true, bro.
Anime.
Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, bro, is where it was at, bro. What do you mean? Adventure Time, regular show, SpongeBob.
Name me a Cartoon Network show before 2008.
What was the dude?
So I thought
Blackjack. Oh shit.
And
what was that
Blackjack.
one? What was that one?
And said Blackjack.
I did watch that one. Bro, I can't name them off the top of my head, bro.
No, you're close. Flapjack.
Flapjack.
That was
fire.
I'm surprised you watched that one. I dressed up as Flapjack for Halloween in college, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, you're Waldo."
Bro. Ben 10 was probably right around then.
Yeah, Ben 10 was like 01, maybe 03.
Yeah,
but no,
watch that shit. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bro. Fucking banger.
Oh, I think that was on Nickelodeon.
That was Nickelodeon, though, yeah.
Either way, right? Oh, yeah, I told you that, right? I dressed up as Flapjack, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, I found Waldo."
Yeah.
The fuck. But One Piece, dude, literally top shows. Batman the Animated Series for me, number 1. Number 2 is between like regular show, Futurama, maybe Adventure Time, and then 3 is One Piece. 3 is One Piece. Nice. It is the story is crazy. Credit, I've watched 200 episodes, and there's like 1,200. But I'm like,
bro, watch more One Piece than he did his own life. That's insane, dude.
I will get you to watch some.
I would watch
anime.
I would watch that, dude.
Bro, I was gonna go. I would watch it, but like I find it boring.
No,
so
that's not true. I just can't find myself to watch 200 episodes.
That's fair.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
I am not an anime guy, and I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying I genuinely have not given it a chance. So yeah,
that's
honestly,
fair.
Man, I would watch it.
It's so good.
Also, no hate, bro. No hate. And I think I might get flamed for this.
Don't say this. Don't say it.
Dude.
Don't say it.
Well, watch anime are just sometimes weird, bro.
Don't say it.
Tell me people on average, people that watch anime, dude, kind of scare me. When you're like all out just watching anime all the time, I'm just like kind of red flag. Not even because anime is bad. It's because I know there's like problems with you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I just met too many people, dude, that are like.
I was about to say, I think you're having bad experiences with people that or they're making anime their identity.
Exactly.
Like I would like to say that I'm probably someone that would say my identity is very aligned with cartoons because everything I quote is from a cartoon. Everything I watched growing up was a cartoon. I'm still watching cartoons, so like that could be annoying if I like met someone they just didn't like cartoons. Again, that's why I would say One Piece, because One Piece is the show. Give you a little synopsis. Not even spoilers. It's literally fucking old and it's whatever. But like the show is basically about making friends on a pirate. Like you're making friends. That's really the whole show, and he's building a crew based on like the friends that he makes, and it's pirate themed, so it feels
interesting.
Like not. Because I know one of the biggest jumps for me with anime, like, is it's so intense and it's such a different art form compared to like Western animation and everything. Because that's something you also got to keep in mind. If you go into the mindset of like I'm gonna watch anime as a cartoon, you can't, because they're two different things, which I didn't get until I had to watch it later. But either way, that it's
well, I'm gonna challenge
whenever
myself.
You're available.
I was gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna watch that on one of these weekends, and I truly mean that. I'm not saying 200 episodes, but dude, sometimes I'm like sitting and I'm just like, I should do something with my life, and maybe I'll watch One Piece.
It's also a good routine, at least for me, because anime have such longer stories that like I can, for example, I could set the goal of like I'm gonna work out for a year, and literally I can have a TV show that follows me the whole year, and it won't be out of episodes. That's what I've found.
I'm rewatching Breaking Bad with my girlfriend. I'm also watching Ted Lasso and How I Met Your Mother, like all kind of at the same time, which is kind of random as shit.
You're so wild. I can't watch multiple shows at the same time.
Well,
Cannot
same, but like one, like Breaking Bad, we both watched, so we're literally just rewatching.
Okay.
Ted Lasso, I've seen, she hasn't, so it's like kind of
Okay.
cool to rewatch for me, and she gets to see it for the first time.
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother is a sitcom. You can just throw it
No.
on, literally a food. You could throw it on as background noise, bro. So it's not really like following the story. So you're wrong. Naps are superior. You should wash your clothes. And no, dude. Okay, I'll actually watch One Piece though. But honestly, for you guys listening and watching, I actually want to give you guys a little bit of a challenge. Like seriously, take a weekend out of the month, and whether like you could do stuff, whatever the fuck it is, but don't be so hard on yourself for having a chill weekend. It is okay for your mental health. It is okay for your physical health. Just want to throw that out there. Like I've said it a million times, but you'll burn out. You'll burn out, dude. I've done it, and I bet Will has too. Will is a workaholic, and you need a day once in a while. So that's all I got.
Yeah, no, 100%. Wow, you summed it up pretty good. Not gonna lie. If you're gonna listen to one thing throughout this episode, like Ryan said, it's always important to keep having a break, whether it's a nap, whether it's literally just chilling on the couch. Having that is essential. And even though breaks or weekends back in, what age child, you felt like it was 2 weekends, or like a weekend felt like 2-week vacation. Even though it's not really the same, it's easy to like stay up or sleep in or just play with friends or hang out. It's still important. So did it as a kid, follow up as it is when you were an adult. And make sure, care what people think. We'll see you next week.
See you next week on 182.3.